Hello and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country. Yay!
Yay! Sorry.
Last time we got a couple levels done. This time we're doing Prem Quay, starting with Barrel Bayou. Button. Nope, wait, hold on. There we go. Button. Green is here as per usual.
Hi. That was poorly phrased.
Me or what I said or what you?
What I just said. Like I was gonna say I'm here and then also say hi, but I just fused them together and it came out poorly.
So here we have these weird barrels that you can rotate.
What?
Oh boy, here we go again.
By the way, I see what you mentioned like once before when people left comments on somebody's video, how you got like notified on it. Because I got that with both Ryan and Omega Nate. I don't know why. I guess because I can moderate.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. I assumed that was the reason for me as well. Oh, well, I could see any of the comments on your videos because I'm a mod for you.
Just to make sure people weren't saying something I shouldn't.
Yeah. Whoa, that's a bee. Eventually this guy has to...
Twitch is still breaking on me per usual. For some reason it keeps thinking I'm playing Zombie Night Terror just when I open the damn thing. Now I know never to open that game again. Except when I have to, which is a lot of the time. Or more often than I'd like. So wait, what's the normal cannon for then?
Oh, okay, that's... Alright, I messed that up.
Ooh. I saw what happened on that last barrel. So what do they have numbers on them?
That's the amount that I can only rotate them for a limited amount of time before they just automatically shoot me out.
I see. I'm surprised the animal buddies can go in the barrels.
And that's how I get that secret. That was weird.
See, this update makes even less. I saw the update you were talking about with Gone Home earlier. Makes even less sense because it's adding achievements to Twitch, the Twitch version.
Yeah, maybe the issue is that the Twitch version doesn't know how to handle that.
Twitch version doesn't have achievements.
Right, but it's at least adding the multiple languages part. So even if because basically what you're using is the DRM free version, well, the almost DRM free version. So what it probably is it's not adding the achievements, but it is adding the multiple languages.
Alright, well, as long as my save data is safe and I don't have to.
Not only will your save data be safe, it will be in several languages now.
I don't even need that, though. I speak the language of the game, and I understand.
But a lot of people don't.
Yeah, I understand that bit, but like, I don't know. It just upsets me that that a patch this small breaks the game.
Oh great, they didn't fix the problem that the Spotlight had in 1 at all. The seizure warning, I guess.
Ah. Yay, old games. When do you think they started being a bit more careful with that kind of thing? Because I sure as hell know the NES wasn't carefully with it either. Would you say the 3D era, or would you just say like the newer consoles? Like, when do you think game companies were more sensitive to the fact that like they could accidentally cause seizures?
I don't know.
I mean, it definitely was before they started making the warnings at the beginning of games for it. Like, I've seen that on Steam, I've seen that on Nintendo consoles. I'm pretty sure Xbox and or PlayStation also has that before certain games. Like, don't play this if you have epilepsy or whatever, bright colors, either on a game-to-game basis or a console basis. Oh shit, I didn't save before I closed the thing I was doing. Oh well. I don't know if this is the kind of question to ask you while we're both on stream, but do you think I should add a sub room or a mod room when I have so little of both?
I don't know. As a sub, and a mod, I have no idea.
Like, whatever you guys are usually in chat, you guys...
Are they usually the only ones in chat?
Well, not only that, but there's not like anything private you guys need to talk about with me. Ditto for subs. I mean, maybe like the...
I mean, I like the idea of maybe doing a spoiler chat when you're doing like...
That I'm definitely doing, or at least if enough people in the Discord...
Like for when you should do it for only... You should only have it open for some games, like for when you're doing DR, or when you're doing DR... Like the...
Well, they're always open, but like... As I said in my post that I just posted now to ask people for their feedback, it's not just useful for DR. Like, if someone showed in for Contraption, and there was a moderator who knew the story...
It's not Contraption.
Ah, damn it. Contradiction. Keep saying that. But, like, if somebody knew the... If a moderator knew the story of that, and so did a chat member, a moderator could send them to that chat so they could still discuss with other chat members who know what's going on, or other mods that know what's going on, but I'm still completely blind. Stuff like that. Just basically story-based games in general. Telltale, Ace Attorney, stuff like that. So, how many older games do you recall playing on stream for like this kind of thing?
I've played a few back when I only did back when I only really did emulated games.
Because the more of these you do, the better prepared you might be when it shows up on Game Sharks.
It's like
You could even make
Shatterhand.
some Game Sharks challenge out of this.
It's like Shatterhand and Animaniacs and.
Oh, you played Animaniacs. That's one I've been wanting to play. Is it any good?
Debatable. Got a lot of off-screen surprise traps, which is annoying.
I mean, it makes sense given the source material, but it's a lot funnier when it happens to a cartoon character.
Then it's a lot funnier when it doesn't happen in a platformer.
Yeah. It's like Bubsy. It tries to do the slapstick thing, but since it's happening to the character you're playing as, it's a lot less funny.
Damn, too far.
So what do you think about that Sega thingamajig?
I don't know, it happens every year.
Oh man, I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
Could've
but
had
it's
5
like
years
judging
worth.
by it's usually the same games almost. Like I
Okay.
got Binary Domain and I got Viking whatever last year. I'm interested to see if they add anything different.
Still don't know if I get day one stuff. Because it has a lock symbol on it, but it also says bundle will be in your Steam library within 24 hours.
I think that was only if you were there since day one. I should have told you earlier. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I don't play much Sega anyway.
And
I already have
I'm gonna be honest, that Viking game's kind of boring. Like Binary Domain's way more interesting.
The only interest I would have in it is if I got like I'm interested in free games, but you know, missing out on a genre or a game I probably wouldn't care about isn't the end of the world. I mean, I remember the last time
Yeah,
I tried.
For some weird reason, Viking Battle for Asgard is like a sort of God of War-ish sort of exploration game. It's weird.
I remember the last time I bought a bundle thinking, oh hey, this is real cool. And then I played 7 Grand Steps, and it was a lot less cool. I hate that I'm gonna have to come back to that one day.
More or less than Zelda 2. I think I've asked that before.
Oh, that's a rough question, though. Cause Zelda
Yeah,
2
that's the same way you responded when I asked it last time.
Zelda,
Yeah.
Zelda 2 is harder to recover, but it's also an actual game.
This is why when I get Humble Monthlies, I don't put everything into my library, because I know that I'm definitely not going to like some of the games, like most of the RTSs. I'm not an RTS guy. Alright. Rockhead Clamber.
Twitch really wants me to make a subscriber and moderator room for some reason.
Of course they do. They want you to use your new. They want you as a affiliate to show off their new feature.
Oh, fuck it. I'll do it, but I doubt it'll get used.
That was a bottomless. Alright. That was water. Why would you do that, game? I mean, I got the checkpoint, but why? Okay, so why can't I switch out on top of the crocodile? Why can the bee didn't go that high earlier?
This whole rooms thing is gonna make Streamlabs and Nightbot probably a pain.
Yeah, it's like what, like which? Yeah, that's a yeah.
I mean, they're obviously gonna stick with the default right now, which is the main chat, but like, if Nightbot needs to send a specific message to a specific room, especially a specific room that it is not a part of, how's that gonna work? Like, if it doesn't have the sub or mod, well, I don't know why it wouldn't have the mod role, but if it doesn't have a sub role, how could it send messages to subs? Same for GatherBot, MooBot, any other alternative.
Yeah.
Unless Twitch rolls out their own version for affiliates and partners. I believe partners just automatically get subbed by Nightbot, so they can use their emotes. I forget if there's any other features they announced that aren't out yet. Because we got the weird cheer champ or whatever, and the clip champ, and the new bit badges, which are absurdly high. We got the rooms thing. We got the achievements. We got affiliates. What did they announce? Anything else? We got the video premieres and the rerun. Trying to think if there were any other Twitch things. I got a stream achievement during Necopara the other day, by the way.
That's weird.
It was, let's see, what was it? It'll be less weird once you hear what it is. It was Stream for 250 hours total.
Congratulations.
Yay! Now I just have to go for 500. I got some easy ones I can still clear out, but after a while it starts getting pretty difficult. Like, the next one up is reach 200 followers, which I could probably just set a follow goal, but people seem to follow me pretty consistently anyway, even when I don't ask them to. Like, just even unprompted, they just do it, which is great. Then you got stream for 500 hours. That's probably just going to be about as difficult as the first one. I just kind of ignore it. Then you got to have 25 people chatting or 50 viewers, and that's a bit tough. Then at one point there's raid 100 times. Oh no, that one's actually easy because it's raid 100 times with 2 or more raiders. So like that just means I need to raid more often, even though everyone keeps leaving, which is understandable. Because a lot of my streams are pretty quiet. I don't have a lot of people just jumping at the chance to raid.
Yeah, I don't think I've been raided. Period. I mean, you got raided that one time.
Oh no, I get raided like a lot of times. Stan, Maniacal, Neo King.
I love your new raid video. It's great.
I need to think of something a bit
It's
more
the best
elaborate.
raid video I've ever seen. No.
I like what I've got so far. You see, I want to do a Danganronpa. They're either too hard to do or too long.
Or they might contain spoilers.
Yeah, that too. I can't just edit over one because, like, even using the first punishment in the first game, I guess technically that would be okay, but like, even though he's not like a main character in the game, it's still an important scene that comes back later. There's not a single scene in Danganronpa that happens for no reason, except for the Monokuma theaters, to my knowledge. But yeah, like I wanted to do like something based off of like one of the mechanics from the game, but I don't know if that would be very concise and quick. Because if a countermeasures video is over a bit excessive. I believe John's is only about like 30 seconds to a minute 30 seconds. I don't think it goes any longer than that. I can ask Time Thief for a better estimate, but it's relatively short because I think I had this discussion with Ryan. If you have like a long countermeasures video, then they're more watching your video than the stream itself. So once it's over, they'll just be like, "Okay, we can go home. Let's leave." If it's something short, then like it's a bit of a hook.
I'm gonna be honest, you know what would make your temporary video funnier is if you just like the Kappa exploded with a like you making an explosion noise. Alright, this is one of the first areas that introduces this. The ability to just transform into the
Animal Buddy.
Instead of just riding on him.
I thought that was a thing in the first game.
No, it wasn't. NFL.
Seeing elements of Banjo, I suppose. Yeah, because that's the hard thing about making a countermeasures video is all of my interests like don't really have much of a... I still might go with that Team Fortress 2 idea, even though I still rarely play it on stream. Though I don't know if I'd go with the main Man vs. Machine video, because I believe that's 3 minutes. I might go with the Medic one, which I believe is only like a little bit over a minute. And makes sense, because I usually play Medic, because every other class is hard, because I can't aim. But I've got nothing solid down still. Apparently Doritos is following Twitch, and I don't know why.
There used to be Doritos emotes. I don't know if there still are. Anafel. God dang it. What?
So you been doing anything recently? Just like offline? I mean, you mentioned the Black Panther thing. You want to talk more in depth about that, or?
I don't know. It's just another Marvel movie. We go see the Marvel movies usually close to when they come out, and I'm excited to see this one.
I see you're not the only one. I just saw that Xylanok is also apparently going as well.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. I'm excited to see it on Friday or tomorrow. So.
I still haven't seen that Jumanji movie.
I've heard it's good, but
I mean, Jack Black's in it, so I'm at least going to give it a shot. I know that not everything he's in is flawless, but usually it's a fun time.
What,
I still love that moment.
Are you saying that the name of I forget the name. Never mind. Yeah, it's an adaptation of a book. I forget what it is.
Is it? Oh, it's the one where he gets tied down, isn't it?
Yes.
Where he's a giant.
Gulliver's Travels.
Yes. I thought it was Gilligan's Island for a second. That is something completely different.
I don't know. I can see Jack Black in a remake of Gilligan's Island.
Who would he play?
I don't know.
He's not serious enough for Skipper, but he's not really incompetent enough for Gilligan, and all the other characters don't really fit him either. I don't think anyway. There's a professor. There's a rich guy. I don't know who I would cast for like a new.
I'm surprised that Hollywood hasn't
Gilligan's
tried.
Island. I don't know who I would cast. Like John Goodman would probably be Skipper, because he's kind of got the same kind of build, and he could play characters that are strict, even though he usually plays ones that are kind. But that's the only character I could think of, because I don't know which celebrities are in nowadays. I could name someone who's dead on accident.
Yeah.
Because it's been so long since I've seen movies. Last one I saw in theaters was Spider-Man: Homecoming, which was recent, but like there was a long gap between that and the last one I saw. I don't even remember. I think it was Thor 2. Might be wrong though. I went to a lot more movies when there were people to take, like friends or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just glad. Yeah, like my family's big into like watching, having like family movie time. So we go see movies in the theater often. Playing a lot of Xenoblade 2.
Ooh.
And working on my statistics class.
I might watch Ryan's streams of Xenoblade 2 just to understand what's going on in that game. I assume I don't need to know anything about 1.
Yeah, you don't need to know anything. Sorry. Yeah, I can't really talk about what's happening in Xenoblade because it's all spoilers. Fun though.
When do I get to see the turtle? I want to see the turtle.
What else? I've been playing more 14. Which is fun. I've been playing Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox. For some reason. I don't know, I'm having fun with it. Oh, whoops, happened again. I've been trying to play Yakuza 0, but I keep getting distracted with other things.
I hear the Yakuza games are good.
Yeah.
Though I'm in the same boat as Ryan, where I don't have the console they're on, so I can't play any of them.
Yeah, if I could stream them, I would.
Why can't you? No Elgato or capture device or whatever?
Capture device.
I understand that. They were a bit pricey.
And yeah, that I have no way in this room of actually putting a console in here to capture. I don't have enough room for a TV.
I got lucky with the Wii U.
Yeah, I don't have enough room for it. Yeah, I guess that'll would work, but I don't have enough room for another TV and another I don't have a room for a TV in here, period. But yeah, I guess I could do what you're doing with the Wii U and plug the console in and just. I don't know if that would work because I don't know how the Elgato captures.
I mean, the setup I have currently, it took me a bit to get it to work in first place. I asked Meds a lot for help, so you might need to ask someone who knows what they're doing. Maybe not Med. I don't know. You can ask Meds, I just don't know how available he is. Probably available, but just in case, I know Xeno probably would be able to help as well. Probably. I could try and see what I remember, but I was mostly guided by Meds. But yeah, So I got all my composite cables plugged into the converter. Converter plugged in the HDMI thing. Elgato is plugged directly into my computer. I had to set up some stuff with its recording software, but you do not need to have it open in order to use it. You do not need to have the Elgato recording software open to use it. You just need to link it up as a camera.
Dang it happened again. Something with this snake is really awkward. Which is a sentence I thought I would never. Which is a sentence I thought I would never say.
Having a song stuck in my head and I hate it so much. Not the song, just the fact that it won't fucking leave. I've been listening, or rather I've been hearing just coincidentally on like people's websites or like they share it somewhere. I just keep running into songs from musicals, new and old, and just it now just like my entire I just keep thinking of just random songs from musicals. And it's just so bizarre. Because I enjoy the songs, but I also don't want to think about them at certain times. Of course, I still suppose that's better than having a pop song stuck in your head. Depending on the song, I suppose. Alright, just tested it out. I was right on the Streamlabs stuff. It only shows what's in the main chat. It will not show what's in any of the rooms. So that's good. Both for me and for, like, other people who use the same setup I do.
I don't want to be Snake anymore.
Snake! Snake! Snake!
I hate jumping with this.
Is it like Spring Mario in Galaxy?
Yes, that's actually a pretty good, Yes.
Man.
Pretty accurate.
I got the hang of that, but I can understand where everyone's complaints are with that power-up. You just kind of got to use the momentum of it.
Oh, wait, before we do this, we actually have another club thing to do. We've got Black Ice Battle.
What do you think is your... I'm sorry I keep talking about Twitch features, but what is your favorite that they've introduced so far?
The thing that tells me what the thing that tells me how close I
achievement
am.
list for the affiliate? Yeah, that's pretty handy.
If I'm still only 67% of the way though to the achievement that I need. Still at 67.
I still keep trying to promote your streams so that people might.
I don't know what I'm like at this point. I really like. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep playing and hope for the best.
It's very luck based. That is your best plan at the moment. is to do that, because that means that you're still enjoying yourself and not being like, oh, it's all about the numbers. I mean, the numbers are important, but the fact that you're thinking about more than just that is a good track on getting it. Because, again, like, I just kind of got it because I just picked a bunch of random games that apparently people enjoyed watching. And some of them were picked by you guys, because Strong Bad was one of the ones that did well, and I believe there was something else that was picked by one of you guys. That was Hateful Boyfriend, I think it was.
I don't remember you beating Hateful. I don't think you beat that game, did you?
Sort of. Not my Battle of the Backlog requirements for beat. Like, for me to consider a game beaten, or at least a dating sim game, I have to get the good ending on each path. It doesn't have to be the best ending, though I'd prefer that, but it has to be at least a good ending. And we got the good ending with the one that likes pudding and doesn't speak English. Or we got the best ending with that guy. So we beat an ending, but that doesn't mean that we're done with it. I'm still going to come back to it one day to get all the other birds. I think there's... fuck, I forget what all the birds are. You got the pudding one, the teacher one, the snooty one, the brother of the snooty one, the creepy one. I don't remember any of the rest. The best friend.
They're all birds.
They're all birds. Man, once I upload all of the archive stuff, I need to update my backloggery and the Battle of the Backlog list. Because, good lord, I've gotten terribly irresponsible with that. I really should have someone picking up the slack on at least one of those, but I don't want anyone getting my backloggery account. And as for the Google Docs, I've given people access to it, but like at the same time they can't really update that if I don't update the backloggery, which only I can do. Was this ported to GBA?
Yes.
Was it ported to GBA well?
I mean, as well as most of the SNES ports to GBA, which means it doesn't look as good as the SNES version, and it doesn't sound as good as the SNES version, but it still plays the same.
How do you port a SNES game to GBA anyway? Because you're missing 2 buttons.
A lot of the games they port don't use they either move. Yeah, a lot of the games that are ported don't use the 2 buttons.
Is this one?
No, it does not. It just uses. I mean, it doesn't use 4 buttons. This uses 2 buttons.
Yeah. Doesn't Mario World or Mario World 2?
No.
I feel like one of those 2 uses it. Yoshi's Island. But I don't know, I don't have much experience with either. The Yoshi's Island Game Sharks Challenge will probably be easy because you gotta make it through with the least amount of stuff, and I'm like, great, I don't know where most of the stuff is anyway. Honestly, that one's probably going to be easy for most people, because even the people who know where the stuff are, they know how to avoid it. And then people like me who don't know what they're doing will probably just accidentally avoid most of it anyway. I don't know which of these challenges I'm looking forward to. I'm glad there's 2 Kirby games. Yeah, that's right. I remember the Kirby Adventure Challenge that I just hate so much. It's beat the first 3 worlds as normal Kirby, and you can't use power-ups either.
I remember. You talking about for Game Sharks?
Yes.
I think we didn't. I do that one? Wasn't that?
No.
No, that doesn't show up right now.
I'm gonna suck at NBA Jam, but it's pretty straightforward. You just get two teams to choose from, and you have to get the highest score. But I always suck at basketball games. The only thing I ever did in NBA courtside on the N64 was
I
just
was always
ram
bad at
players.
sports games in general. I was always bad at sports in general.
All I did in NBA courtside 2 was just ram the players' heads into the goalpost. And I think all I did in NFL Blitz was just have a massive tackle at the end of each round. Let's see. There's an F-Zero race that seems alright. Mega Man 2 seems alright. You can't use Metal Blade, but that sounds fair. Oh, it's as many points, not as little. Okay. I thought there was... What was I thinking of that?
Stages. Well, I know this is supposed to be one of the more difficult levels, but sure keeps to that standard.
Let's see. Sonic Advance. Oh boy.
Oh, Sonic Advance.
I'd never played it before. I've only played Rush. But the challenge itself isn't that bad. Just collect as many rings as possible. Rocket Knight Adventures, yet another game I haven't played, but it's just the first 2 stages. Yeah, the Pacifist Mario. Oh dear. That one's gonna be a bit hard. Oh yeah, I remember why I complained about the Kirby's Adventure Challenge, because it's the same as the Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland Challenge, except the Kirby's Nightmare and Dreamland Challenge lets you use power-ups, so you can still heal. You just can't use copy ability. Which I think is fine. Game's designed that way. Copy abilities to make it easier. Oh no, here's the one I was thinking of. So they got Yoshi's Island up there twice. Puzzle Bobble, that one would probably go fine.
Orb 3D.
But it's been so long since I practiced. I used to practice like almost daily on an arcade machine university has, but I've been taking this semester mostly off, so I haven't stopped by the arcade machine in a bit. Mega Man 1, Cutman, and Bomb Man with just Mega Buster.
Yeah, that's an easy. That's easy.
I mean, I can do one of them. I know I can beat Cutman.
Or both.
Both.
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy. As long as it's not Gutsman, I'm fine.
What is Hilltop Zone?
That is the level with the fire in Sonic 2. I know.
I thought that was Oil Ocean.
No, there's another. Hilltop Zone is a lot like. There's a zone in. I haven't even gotten to the checkpoint. There's the checkpoint. There's a zone in Sonic 3 that's like that. The zone after Hydro City.
Highest score in Gourmet Race. I don't know if I'll do pretty well, but I don't recall losing to King Dedede often.
Sorry, that still gets me.
You think if I made an emote of him, I could remember how to...
It's not a like, I don't, like I said, it's not, I think it's quite funny. But I don't mean that in a, you know what I mean. I don't mind it.
I'm making the anime puffy face at you now.
Okay. I forgot that these, for some reason, these demon-looking guys steal your balloons if they hit you.
So yeah, there looks like there's some decent ones in there. Bubble Bobble, what idiot put that in?
You did. I still haven't gotten a challenge actually in yet. I'll find.
I need to think of new ideas because one of mine already got used, so I want to put in another one to replace it.
Because what I tried, I first tried submitting a Wario Land 4 challenge, but that was deemed too difficult. Then I tried submitting a Pokemon Puzzle challenge, and that was deemed too short.
See, I want to put Zelda 2 in there, but I'm always complaining about challenges that are like hard if you don't know what you're doing, like hard if you're going into blind. I went into like the one that Crazy Sunshine gave me, not blind, so I was able to enjoy myself.
Your challenge was just play the game.
Yeah, but like, I got to the first temple after a while due to just remembering it.
Right,
it took me a bit, but I got there.
Now it's time
but
for
like,
now it's time to climb some slime.
But like, putting myself into like somebody who's never played this game before shoes, like how would they find the first temple without someone telling them, or practice, or looking it up? And then Shrek 2 I already used. Home Improvement turned out to be terrible. I could try Streets of Rage, if that's not already on there. But I don't know what that would be. Bubsy and Sonic 2. That would get rejected immediately.
I swore someone already submitted a challenge. No, that... Yeah.
I would like to see a Bubsy challenge, but I'm sure knowing, like, the reputation of some people in the community. I was gonna say Kyon, but it's not really his fault. It's more Smite tossed it on to people like Kyon and Linebeck and all that. So it's not really their fault. Oh, dear lord, if someone, the poor soul who submits a Battle Kid challenge.
I thought there was already one of those too.
Nope. I don't know if I'll read the entire list of challenges, but I can tell you what games are on the list that haven't been done anyway. Because you probably already know the 11 we've already done. Since you did pretty much all of them, I think. So the ones we have not done, that are still on the list: NBA Jam, Mega Man 2, Yoshi's Island, Sonic Advance, F-Zero, Rocket Knight Adventures, Super Mario Bros., Yoshi's Island again, Kirby's Nightmare and Dreamland, UN Squadron, I believe that's a shmup, Bust-A-Move, Battletoads, Kirby Superstar, Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland, Super Mario Bros. 2, the All-Stars version, Kirby's Adventure, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Mega Man, Xevious, Mr. Driller 2, Bubble Bobble, Rockman 3 Endless. I believe that's a ROM hack.
Yeah, it's basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's endless.
Mega Man 3. Let's see. Mega Man X, Wild Guns.
I was gonna say, wait, what's the Wild Guns challenge?
Wild Guns is get the most points in 30 minutes, boy howdy.
Dang it, I was just thinking about doing that, submitting that as a challenge.
Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster Bust Loose. Close enough. Super Mario Bros. 2 All-Stars again, which that one's gonna be easy for me, because it says player will go as far as they can in Super Mario Bros. 2 with only using the character Princess for all levels. Like, that's the only way I used to play Mario 2.
No, I'm thinking, as I was gonna say, I don't think Princess can get through one of the levels. I don't think Peach can get through one of the levels, but she can. That's Toad.
Designed it that way.
No, Toad specifically can't get through one of the levels due to the way he, due to his jump height, I think.
I like how Crazy Sunshines are accidentally ones that I'm actually good at. She gave me Zelda 2 for Secret Santa, and then it's also Mario 2 playing as the way that I used to always play it, Then you got Mr. Driller, which is a game I don't really play, but there was a version on... There's a similar game on Neopets that I played a bunch, so I kind of have experience with. By the way, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 one I just noticed is meds because of course. Let's see, there's also Kid Icarus, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, to beat the first 3 bosses. I have no idea. I'm probably going to do terribly at that. That's going to be Demon's Crest all over again, fuck's sake. Mega Man 3, Jackie Chan Legend of the Dark Hand.
That's the one you submitted, right?
That is not.
Ah.
That is maniacal. I would submit it if I knew it exists. I also want to submit That's So Raven, but I feel like Mayo's a few steps ahead of me on that. Maybe Simpsons Road Rage for GBA. Trying to think of GBA games and other older games that I've played, but most of them were the N64 era, which we can't do. Like, GBA was mostly my sister. And as for NES and SNES I didn't play at all. Oh, I could do Mega Man 7. Mega Man 7 would be good.
Just remembered it. I just had an idea for a challenge, but I completely forgot about it.
The only 3 SNES games I ever used to play were when I got to finally emulate the game on an old laptop, and it was Kirby Superstar, Mega Man 7, and something else. Maybe Mario World? Maybe? But I don't remember playing Mario World that much. Maybe it's just because I didn't play it as much as Mega Man 7 and Kirby Superstar, because those 2 games... I really like those 2 games. And the last 3 ones on the list are Kuru Kuru Kurin, Revolution X, and Mega Man 3. Oh lord, that last Mega Man 3 one. Defeat any 2 of the 4 Doc Robot stages. I mean, you get all the weapons, so if you know what weaknesses go to what, then it should be relatively easy. So yeah, there's still some ones I wouldn't do horribly at, but there's also still some ones I have experience.
I'm trying to remember what the idea for a challenge I had was.
Is there a Beautiful Joe for GBA? You fell a lot.
What just happened? Why am I flying?
I don't know what challenge I'd make for Mega Man 7 though, since most of the challenges for Mega Man 7... Oh dear. Most of the challenges I'd make for Mega Man 7 just kind of fall under what most of the other games are already doing. Wait, did I say Mega Man X on that list? Yeah, let's see. First level and 3 Mavericks with X-Buster only. Well, Ryan's gonna defeat that challenge pretty easily. I know Chill Penguin is easy. I don't know anyone else who I should pay attention to.
Trying to remember what my challenge idea was, but I completely blanked on it.
I while you're thinking about that, I was just reminded of the super lag issue that FighterZ had a while back, or a bit back rather. Did you see their like Twitter video?
Yes.
That was just so surreal.
John had a similar problem while he was playing it, where I forget who it was, but two people were playing together, and something happened and John was just fighting a robot, essentially just was fighting nothing, because it was just because the game had broken so hard that happened. All right, time for everyone's favorite music, but least favorite stage.
Ah, I know what you're talking about, and I haven't even seen it. Yep. This music was in Smash Brothers, wasn't it?
Right.
Yep, just double checked to make sure it was what I thought it was. There was a lot of Donkey Kong Country music in Smash Brothers Brawl. I really liked that game.
Where am I going?
I'm surprised someone hasn't put this up on Game Sharks. Because it seems like most people in that community look fondly on this game. At least as far as I can tell. play any other Rare games? As in the company, not the like type
On
of
stream or just in general?
in general.
DK64 and
Because I know we went over our experience with Donkey Kong, but not really Rare as a whole.
I don't know. My first Rare game was DK64.
It's pretty much the same here.
I didn't really.
I didn't get a copy of Banjo until like years later at a convention.
Like I had seen a lot of their stuff, like Banjo-Kazooie and Killer Instinct, and I thought it all looked cool, but I was only really interested in stuff like DK64 and Diddy Kong Racing, and
Well, that's something I haven't played. Diddy Kong Racing.
I should do that on stream. That's a fun game.
I know Stan really likes it.
Sorry if I'm not talking much as per usual, but I hate to focus
Nah,
on
it's
these
fine.
barrels. I remember seeing a Nintendo Power promotional tape for Banjo-Kazooie and being really excited, and then I never ended up picking up the game.
I think I've already shared the Japanese Banjo-Kazooie cart story at least once.
Right, I think that was last stream where you talked about me playing through it at some point.
Yeah. Maybe I should bring Ryan along to translate. Because I'm too lazy to play a ROM of it in English. So I'll miss like all the good dialogue. I keep thinking the video's buffering and it's just you pausing.
Yeah, I should learn to save state on the fly instead of pausing, but
I mean, it's not that bad. That Ryan did the same thing.
I like making sure to have a buffer.
Do you what he did when he was playing Battletoads? Not during his like Game Sharks run, just afterwards.
I did not.
So he was having an alright time with most of the game once he passed Intruder Excluder, which was his main barrier. He was doing alright, and then he got to Klingerwinger.
There it is. Yeah, that stage is impossible even with save states.
He spent like about an hour on it, and after a certain point, he was just like, "Okay, you know what? I'm setting the game to half speed."
Yeah, that's a solution.
Somebody later told him that there were 70 turns. Meanwhile, K-Head was in chat just like, "Oh, you just get the..."
Yeah, that's a solution.
Apparently, Med's game overed on the final boss, which just sounds terrible. But it's Med, so I kind of expect that kind of unfortunate thing to happen.
Alright.
I was there when his Glover save got deleted.
You can hear Dan silently laughing in the back. You can hear Dan off in the distance laughing. Time to fight Cudgel.
It was funny too, because that was one of the first Med streams I came to, and the first thing I'm greeted with is just him starting up the game, and then just like staring at it in confusion, and then you just hear him scream, "What?" from like a long distance away. It honestly felt scripted, but it couldn't have been.
And the stream abruptly ends. No.
Now he just started over, and he was just like, "Oh, gee." And I was playing OJ at the time, so I was like, "Hey man, it could be worse. You could have to be dealing with RNG." And then he comes across a slot machine, and he's just like, "Well, I found the RNG." And I was like, "Oh well, I can't help you there." One day I'll play Glover.
I have a copy of Glover for some reason.
I believe I've also told how Glover inadvertently copies Superman 64. I think I told that story anyway.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah, I think there's a little game kiosk in our mall, and I picked up a boxed copy of Mischief Makers, a physical copy of Xenoblade 1, and I think my brother grabbed. No, I think my brother grabbed Glover.
There was a boxed copy at a local game store of some obscure N64 game. I forget what it was called. I think it had something to do with like chemistry or poison or science or something.
I know that game. It's a.
Toxin.
It was supposed to be Ubisoft's other Rayman type character. It did not work. I forget the name of the game. I'm sure if you searched up Rayman, you would see it. Like if you, because I'm pretty sure it was made by the same people as Rayman as well. But yeah, I know which game you're talking about. If you look up, I'm sure if yeah. I
googled N64 games.
Now just Google Rayman, and I'm sure it'll be in like the other or related games. I can Google that real quick.
Tonic Trouble, that's what it was.
That it was, yeah. That was a game that was supposed to be a lot like Rayman.
There was a box copy of that, but I couldn't get it. I think I got Shovel Knight instead.
I heard, doesn't that come with the soundtrack?
Yeah, Bandcamp link.
Oh, I thought it came with the actual full sound. I thought it came with the soundtrack on disc.
Nope.
Not like a promotional code. Is he dead? No.
Am I dead yet?
This game does something similar to like the fire sumos in in Mario World, where every time he stomps, it shakes the ground and stuns you. Or I guess since you haven't played much of World, the more accurate thing would be the giant Hammer Bros in 3.
Oh yeah, when they land on the ground. I always hated that.
Yeah.
Man, there's just so many games that I really should be playing, and instead I'm playing Zelda 2. And I'm not even playing Zelda 2 because I lost the save.
Zelda don't. More like you're Zeldone.
Zeldone with this shit.
Sorry. I apologize to the chat. All one of you probably. Actually, I think at this point the only chat here is you, Green. I apologize to. I don't know what I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but I don't really care.
I honestly don't know. Like I said, it was just luck. I mean, like, it could be like I have sort of an overlay set up more than you do, but like that doesn't make or break a stream.
I like just that, I just want people to see the game. I don't want any friggin' obstructions.
I think the main reason my streams blew a bit is just because I became a bigger name in John's community. I'm still not that important, but I made a few videos and contributed to the Discord a lot, so people recognized my name. And I also came by a lot of other people's streams, but I know you've got that covered because you're helping me out, and you're probably also helping others out as well.
Yeah, not as much as you, not as much as me. Yeah, helping you, but yeah, I do try. There we go. That's this boss. And I feel like that's a good end to a stream.
I wouldn't put it entirely on the videos I made for John, but it certainly helped my name be a bit more recognizable.
I mean, there's a certain project that maybe when it comes out might boost me up a bit, but I don't want to talk about. But I can't talk about that on stream.
I think I know what you're talking about. think.
I have like a concept down for it, but I don't have anything else. Yeah, this is a good time to end the stream though. These levels, it's very obvious the worlds in this game have a better difficulty curve, but it's gonna take a lot longer because we're doing bonus areas. So, but yeah, this is a good time to end the stream. Speaking of streaming,
It exists, and I have it. I own the streamings.
and if you want your streamings back, you should go to Green Power Star
Yes,
or
Twitch.
twitch.tv/Green Power Star.
I'm playing the Dangans.
And as
Despair.
for this stream, as I discussed, I'll probably do since I'll be gone, since I'll have to be leaving around the normal stream time tomorrow. I'll probably do Final Fantasy 7 early, but we shall see if I remember. So yeah, tune in on Friday for maybe Final Fantasy 7. We shall see. And then tune in next Tuesday and Thursday for more Donkey Kong Country 2. Until next time, good night everybody.